Welcome back to another Bet with Mo episode. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And if you find this video helpful, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And without further ado, let's put another roulette strategy to the test.
Okay, I'm super excited about today's roulette strategy. It's probably one of the best ones I've created, so I hope you guys enjoy it. This one is called Dasher. The bankroll for it is $650 with a starting bet of only $5. So let's go ahead and place our bets and make some money. We start off with $1 units. First dozen, we split 3 and 6, 5 and 8, and 7 and 10, just like this. We also add the dollar unit to the first and third columns, just like this. $5 bet, Dasher. Let's go ahead and spin. And as always, I'll let you know how to deal with losses, wins, and everything in between. We start off with 16 red, and that's a partial loss. On a partial loss, what we do is rebet and increase by 1 unit, just like this. And spin. We'll test this one out for 10 minutes, hoping to make over $150. And that's about it. Let's go ahead and rebet and increase by 1 unit. Here we go. Just like this, and spin. Make sure you stick around for the progression. This one is very, very interesting. That's a 36. Partial loss, so we increase by 1 unit. Here we go. And spin. Let's see what we get. Okay, 36 back to back. Yes. Okay, rebet. And same thing, just increase by 1 unit. So this will not be a ladder system or a martingale system. You'll see how this one is different. That's a partial loss, increase by 1 unit. And let's get a win, guys. Okay, and that's a 8 black. And 8 black is a win of $78, just like this. Check out the stats. We're $48 up in just about 1.5 minutes. What we do next is move on over to the second dozen. So split 15, 18, 17, 20, my favorites, and 19 and 22, just like this, as well as the 2 columns. This is what it looks like. Let's go ahead and spin. $48 up. Let's make some money. Okay, that's a 14 red. That's a loss, no problem. What you do next is rebet. In this case, this was a total loss. So what we do next is just double up and spin. So essentially what we do is go up a unit on a partial loss and double up on a total loss. So this was a partial loss. Let's go ahead and increase by 1 and spin. Let's get a win. We're trying to make over $150 in 10 minutes. That's a 5 red. No problem, just rebet, increase by 1. Actually, that was a total loss, so we just double up and spin. Let's get a nice big win. 21. And 21 is a partial loss. Increase by 1. And spin. Let's get a win, guys. 16 red. 16 red is a partial loss. We keep hitting the second dozen, but not one of our numbers. And spin. That's a 8 black. That's a loss. And go ahead and rebet and double up because this was a total loss. Now we need to get a win, guys. Our bankroll is $650, so we can afford to lose a few more times. Go ahead and rebet, double up, and spin. Okay, and that's a 12 red. That's a loss, partial loss, so we increase by 1 unit. And it's about time we get a win. Let's get it. This will be a huge one. 22 black, and I got it $528, guys. Check out the stats. We're up $342. Let's keep it going. Now we're on the second or the third dozen. Here we go. Split 27-30, 29-32, and 31, 34, and add the columns just like this and spin. We usually don't get all the way up to $160 bet, but it's roulette. Let's go ahead and rebet and spin. Sorry about that. I was supposed to increase by 1 unit. That's a 31, and that's a win of 16. Let's go ahead and start from the first dozen. 3, 6, 5, 8, 7, and 10, and the 2 columns. Let's go ahead and spin. $353 so far. All right, that was a partial loss. Just rebet and increase by 1. In this case, I'll just double up and spin. Maybe we can get this one up all the way up to $500. All right, and that was a win of 32 bucks. Let's move on to the second dozen. Spin. Again, this is the dasher strategy. I created it about 5 days ago. That's a 13, and that's a win. Move over to the third dozen. And spin. Okay, that's 8 black. That's a total loss. So what we do in this case is rebet, double up, and spin. Let's get a win. High number 25. Unfortunately, that's a partial loss. Rebet and increase by 1 unit. And spin. Let's try to get $500 with this one. That's a 5 red, and that's a loss. And that was a total loss, guys. So in this case, we double up and spin. Let's get a big win. Oh, not 0. That's not a big win. Let's go ahead and rebet and double up again and spin. Okay, that's a 32 red, and that's a win of $156. Check out the stats, guys. We're at $498. $2 away from $500. Start from the first dozen, just like this, and spin. I like that this strategy covers all 3 dozens. That's a 28. That's a partial loss, increased by 1 unit. And spin. And let's get a nice win and get up to $500. That's a 20 black. All right, that was a loss. Rebet, and this one was a total loss. So double up and spin. And that's a 7 red. And 7 red is a win of $64, guys. Check out the stats. We're at $550 so far. Let's keep it going. Second dozen, 15, 18, 17, 20. Again, my favorite numbers. 19, 22, and first and third column. And another 0. All right, let's go ahead and rebet and double up because this was a total loss. Can we make it to $600? That was a loss, partial loss, increased by 1. And spin. See what we get here. Okay, 26 black, and that was a loss, total loss. Double up and spin. And we have just about 1 minute left, guys. Let's see what we get. Another 0. No problem, just go ahead and rebet, double up, and spin. And once we get a win, we'll wrap this one up. That's 11 black, that's a loss. In this case, another total loss. Double up and spin. And at this point, guys, I might be smart with my budget and cash out, but I'll go one more time. Let's go ahead and increase by 1 and spin. Let's get a win. That's a 13 black. That's a partial loss. You know what? Let's go ahead and do it one more time. Okay, that's a 34 partial loss, and I'll go again. I would have cashed out twice already, guys. All right, let's see what we get. Okay, and that's a 19 red, and that's a win of $432, guys. Check out the stats. We're at $718.
Let me know what you think about this system in the comments below. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Like this video if you found it helpful. And until then, good luck, win big, and I'll catch you in the next one.